warm welcome everyone, and what the year 2024 will bring. First of all, this is not a prediction. For those of you who are here for the first time, I'm Joanna Pilatowicz, and I am for over 20 years dreaming consciously as much as I can, of course, but I use conscious dreaming while awake and also during the sleep, connecting the paranormal world with this consensus reality one, seeing how they are interfere one another, how you can co-create your reality if you cooperate basically with yourself, but also with the currents that are out there, with the chi or ki or however you call this universal force, whatever you believe in. I'm more interested in results. So I'm combining all this kind of knowledge, but I'm more interested, how does it work for every one of us? So today I will tell you about 2024 from another perspective. If you follow the predictions of some astrologists, people who are also predicting how it will be in a financial world for all of us, so you already know a lot about this and you can put this together. I will touch a little bit different perspective considering dreams, individual and collective at the same time. What we do know, for example, from Chinese astrology, Chinese astrologists predict that there will be not enough water. So the borders, or in an attempt of closing the borders on inability of people moving from one country to another, that could be an issue in this particular year. It's a year of a dragon starting in February 2024. For another prediction, this will be very crucial time for women. More women will come to power. It has something to do with assertiveness. So a lot of true female powers are awakening past years, and this year somehow will be very crucial for women. Considering my personal dreams about this matter, and what people with whom I am doing individual sessions concerning tarot, runes and shape-shifting and so on, I can tell that more and more women are becoming more assertive in every area of their life, more detailed about how they want it to be, because never before in their life, in their phases of life, they were able to even say like, oh, this is what I chose. They were just going to work or having this particular responsibility from day to day, not really thinking about themselves, what they do want first in their life. This started some years ago. They were mostly pleasing. They were raised, and the girls are still raised in a sort of a way in a lot of cultures to pleasing the society, how they should be, how they should behave, how they should please other people. And that's the basically main issue the women are coming out of this time, and it's not an easy one. It is still challenging because, as every program, it has a tendency to act from that program, and then we think this is us, this is natural for us. In fact, it's not about being yourself, but as also Dr. Joe Dispenza says always, reinventing yourself. So what is functioning for you, what skills are giving you certain results. It's not about who you want to be, who you are, sorry, it's about who you want to be much more than who you are, because you can change that, but it takes some sort of course, everyday consciousness and paying attention to everyday decisions from moment to moment. Do I like that? Do I like what some people are doing in my presence, and so on, and how can I react? The challenge is to find a new ways of reactions without withdrawing, without protesting strongly, just finding something that will uniquely work for every individual, and cultivating that fantastic female power within us, especially for ladies. I just moved from one place to another, and every time I move, I have these powerful dreams. And some people ask me on the Polish side of this channel, when you can dream the best predictive dreams. This is usually when you change your bed. Well, do not change your bed always, but if you travel, if you sleep for the first time, you spend the first night in a new place, this is usually where you can get some sort of meaningful dream, whether for your own future or collectively something that will be happening. So according to my current dream, because I just traveled from Germany to Barcelona and I'm here for some time, I had this powerful dream now about timelines. And for those of you who don't know much about dreams, the types of dreams, I also invite you to watch my past videos about types of dreams, some lectures, some interpretations of the dreams, because there is so much. But just in a nutshell, you can get these symbolic dreams, and these are not exactly how you live your everyday life. So it takes some sort of a practice, maybe study also Jung and other interpretation, what is collective, what is yours, and shamanism, in order to get better in this. And if you do, if you know exactly what I'm talking about, then I will continue directly with the dream that was symbolic. But of course, I will explain when we get there. So I was dreaming about the elevator. I was with the lady, an older lady with a gray hair, that she was not used to technology. She did not want to. So she was a perfect someone who represents the society, who is not so familiar with the AI and technology, doesn't want to use it so much, and is frightened of what's happening in the world currently right now. And we were coming to the ground floor. We were about to step out, but the moment we were arriving, I could see through the opening that there was one big robotic machine, and the moment the door will be open, this machine will be activated and it will kill us. In this moment, of course, the lady was in a terror, and I was quickly thinking, what are the options? What shall be done? So I figured, we're going to go to the first floor. They say, don't worry, we're just gonna get out from the first floor. It's not a big deal. We can still get out of the building. So I punched that button that will lead us to the first floor. And now I'm gonna stop for a second with the interpretation. So the elevator here is the choosing of the timelines. This year, there will be a great choosing of the timeline you want to live. Some people say, and it's already going on for 2 years, that we are splitting in our consciousness toward different timelines, that some people will not understand even what are you talking about, because your level of consciousness will get higher, better, more expounded. You will perceive more. Just like, you know, the scientist was talking about the science is not perceived by everyone. Only those people who are actually familiar with the topic, or are interested in the topic and exploring or studied to some sort of the degree topic. So this is what's going to happen. The timelines are splitting. They already started to split, but in this particular year, and do not believe me, please test it out, everything what I'm saying here, that year will also give us an impulse to choose the timeline we really want to be. And of course, the trick here is, it does not really matter if we are conscious or not, because we press those buttons. We just want to go somewhere. So we are not 100% always conscious what timeline we are choosing, what vibration, what kind of atmosphere we are going to encounter around that particular corner. We just go there to get something. We have a goal. We have to get somewhere. So after a while, what it was shown to me in this particular dream, our creativity can still lead us to make a decision, even if we already almost arrived at the timeline that is maybe not so good for us, like in this case, that robot. We can still make another decision if it's almost too late, but we can do it. So that's the number one. The moment I made a conscious decision to press another floor, another timelines, the scene was cut out. And this is what usually happens when you decide something in a dream and your guides are giving you information in a symbolic way. They realize, okay, you learned that lesson, so let's take you further, because if they're gonna just show you another floor, you're gonna just, press another button, you're not going to learn new skill, you're going nowhere. It's okay, it's an entertaining dream. That's okay. So they pushed me in the scene where I was not able to press another floor. I was already outside. I was on that first floor with that lady, and we were in the war zone. We were crawling, or we were just pretending we are dead. So this timeline was about people who divided. Some people were in their consciousness trying to save themselves, and some people were having order to kill other people. Simple as that. And those people who had this order to kill other people, they were not thinking for themselves. They were only fulfilling expectations, orders, and considering historic time we had already on Earth, we can easily link them to the Second World War, or even test our intelligence, as I call it, pandemic times. Right now, a lot of people split in their consciousness. A lot of people were ready, almost mentally, emotionally, putting on ostracism to kill other people emotionally for the choice they didn't like, whatever the choice was. Or implementing that someone has a free choice when in fact it was not. But we are not going to get to that. It was just a warning that this timeline still exists, and we still have to be careful about it, and whether we want to fight one another or we want to go somewhere else. So in this scene, I decided, okay, we need to get back to have another choice. We need to get back to that elevator, and we need to now press the floor, that is the timeline that you originally came from your home. Home, usually in dreams, represent your soul. So you need to press the timeline that your soul agrees with. As soon as I made that decision, the dream ended. So I wasn't tortured anymore with those peculiar scenes of killings. Thankfully, and this is again what's happening when you make a right decision in the dream and you know that you are in the dream. This takes a little bit of practice to know that you are in the dream, and you can manipulate the dream, you can change the dream. And I will tell you just a little bit about it for those interested in changing the dream, when exactly you can do it in the dream. So first, when you decide another option, you are going to be very creative. The dream ended, so the guides decided, okay, I made the right decision. So this will be the year that you are going to have to be creative in continuously choosing the right timeline for yourself. To continuously keep on choosing assertively the life you really want to live, in the environment you really want to be, with people you want to be, harmonious environment, and so on. Joyous environment, playful, loving, caring, and so on. I assume you want all of those qualities, of course. Healthy environment. Now, for those of you who find themselves in worse circumstances, not the timeline you want to be with. You had a bad dream. You maybe had a dream that was warning you. You can still change that dream. You can still before you get up from your bed in the morning, you can still go back into that vision, and this is dreaming while being awake. That's this phase of this kind of, we going into vision now. And then you become your own filmmaker, and you change the dream, you developed it and change the scene exactly as you want it to be. That's the trick about it. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you're ready for 2024 and you're making your own plans or goals, or you have your own wishes, whatever it is. And the most important is to follow your true self, not just self, because usually the self is under influence of childhood programs, reincarnation, and other karmic obligations, but is this true self and idea of yourself that you are inventing in this particular time, and conscious decisions you want to make this year for yourself. And of course, if you like to find out more, if you like to have an individual session, then reach me through my email, joanna.pilatowicz@gmail.com. Very simple, and you will find it on my website, on my channel, about the session, what to expect, and how we together also change this timeline, this individual timeline. We dig a little bit deeper, but faster. Still, we are not going really shortcuts. We just going energetically more. So you do not talk about it too much. I go directly into energy, and we work directly with your energetic pattern to change it so you can experience immediate results in your reality. Sometimes these are very, very immediate results. And before, just years ago, when the consciousness was not so expounded here on Earth still, we have amazing times right now. It wasn't so much possible, and I myself spent a lot of years on a therapy, on meeting with different schools, different types, methods that were working. They were still working. It's just, it was very, very slow, and normally, like a usual therapy, it requires you to talk for hours, months. Nowadays, we have it a little bit more faster. The time is speeding up, so we progress a little bit faster. So there was probably never in our history such a great chance for all of us to change it quicker. And remember, when you do work on yourself, you also create a better environment for those who are in your field, in your energy, in your space, in your household. This is how quickly this can lead us through. So when one person grows, and I don't even know about that person around the world, it helps us all. So that's fantastic. So if you like the session, individual session, write me. If you would like to participate in sessions, online group sessions, I call it Stardust. I came up with this program some months ago, and we do it on the Polish side. Let me know about it, and usually it takes place through Skype. So anything else, you can also check my website, joannapilatowicz.com. When, of course, that's my paintings I travel with, but you will find in my store online a lot of prints that you can also use as a remedy for your feng shui. And I hope to be able to invite this wonderful architect and feng shui specialist that can also consult. You can also consult about the map for 2024 that starts in February already. Which directions are good, because I use that for many years now. I combine it with the knowledge of feng shui and put my symbols, my Viking symbols there, a specific direction that are better for me this year, and also using some Viking symbol for the protection where the energy from the certain directions is not so good for you, and it's good we avoid sitting in those places or facing those places. But of course, this is enormous amount of knowledge and those methods, so let's make it all easier for everyone this year. Looking forward for your comment, your thoughts, your great inspiration. If you write a comment, it helps us all, it inspires us all. This is what I'm viewing on the Polish side, that people have enormous inspiration just from writing to each other's comments under the video I made, and they just had in 2 years I noticed the friendships awaken, people connect from so many different parts of the world that I am truly amazed, and I thank you for that. Okay, that's it for today. Have a wonderful, prosperous, loving, harmonious, healthy 2024. Bye-bye.